He called me today this morning, Joe.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Well, we'd have to see him, so I guess he's not. See, we didn't even have to remind him to turn his video on.
Maybe not. I'll text him.
Don't you love this small print?
Yeah, he can.
We need some 11 by 14. Thank you.
So the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Roll call, Madam Secretary.
First District, David Ham.
Here.
Second District, Ronald Brewer. Third District, Charlie Brown.
Here,
Charlie's up.
There it is.
here,
He was on.
He's there.
Yeah, we have to
Fourth
see his face.
District, Mulder.
Present.
Fifth District, Christine Sid.
Here.
Sixth District, Ted Bldg.
Here.
Seventh District, Randy Niemeyer.
Present.
Okay.
On the left.
Okay. All right, Scott, I'm going to give you this opportunity to explain the financial situation of the county for 2026.
Okay, so Senate Bill 1 seems to be quite popular this year. And that's directly impacting counties and local governments' finance strategy from this point forward. So effectively, I don't know, I kind of look at it like the rules of the game changed. So what we've done typically in the past, we would need to adapt and, be a little more mindful and thoughtful in how we navigate these new waters. So that being said, typically we'd get and we still did, we got a growth quotient of 4% this year, and which means you're allowed to increase your levy by 4%. But offsetting that by about 80% of that increase is carved out towards the homestead credits, which is a new piece of that legislation. The impact to Lake County is about $6 million reduction of increase. So that leaves about, I don't know, $1 million-ish or so of wiggle room for increase. And most of that million's been committed already, at least by contracts or state mandates for the county itself. That being said, I mean, there's really any increases in budget would need an offset somewhere. So that's basically where we're at on levy funds from that point.
Okay. All right. Want to move forward with motions, get started on the budget?
which way you wanna go?
Number one, number two.
Madam Chair, I move for approval to see the 2026 budget from the 2025 adjusted budget for all funds and salary.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Discussion?
Discussion, does that seating of the budget, is it seated based on the budget request, or is it seated based on the fundamentals that you just described of basically we have no excess to increase? Because the budget requests altogether total was close to 4 million in total increases, which obviously we don't have. So
Right.
what does that budget seating look like?
Yeah, so this one here is saying what's the 26 budget is going to equal what this point in time's 25 budget is.
Thank you. No further questions.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, roll call, please.
Ham.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes,
Councilman Brown, can you hear us?
yes, I hear you. Why is it?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
He's not muted.
He was up there, I don't know.
He's on the left side of it. There you go.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Brown.
Can you hear me?
Councilman Brown, did you hear the motion?
Yes, I do.
Okay, something's wrong. Is he muted? I don't know.
He's trying to speak.
I know.
Yeah,
Send us a text.
can you hear me now?
I don't think you can vote by text.
Gotta change the law. Okay,
Linda Mulder.
Face.
read his
Yeah.
lips.
Bldg.
Yeah.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Brown one more time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
We can't hear you at all, Charlie.
Is there volume somewhere that I can turn?
Anybody fix?
1 sec.
Dan Carden said he said yes.
oh, we lips. We can all read yes.
Sid,
Yes. All right, did we get his vote? No? Yeah, okay, motion passes.
Can you hear me?
6 yes, 1 absent. Next motion, Councilman Bldg.
I'm trying to make a motion to approve the salary increases for all CBA increase for sheriff, police, correctional officers, and 911 dispatch and highway.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion?
Discussion.
Yes.
So last year, when we negotiated the contract with the sheriff's department, we had negotiated as a part of that offsets for salaries. And that was done last year. I was just wanted to make a note in the record that I believe, although there'll be more increases, we need to continue to look for those offsets within the budget. So we're not clawing back the offsets that happened last year and then adding to it. So that's something that I just wanted to make a note of, that as we go forward in this budget process, to alert the sheriff's anyways, that was an important part of our whole negotiating strategy, because any percent over the levy equaled about $150,000 per percent over the levy, and those fundamentals are even tighter now. So, thank you.
Yeah, so can you, not today, but show us before the budget session ends, where you're gonna get that money to fund that? Okay, anyone else? All right, roll call, please.
Brown,
Here? Still can't hear me?
So unfortunately, it's, the audio, at least for clarity, the audio is on our end here in this room.
That's what I.
Others online can hear them.
Tori, you heard her.
Mm,
Okay. Thank you. Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bldg,
Yes, but with a question, Victoria, can you bring your laptop in here, and then Charlie we could hear it on his, you can bring a separate audio? Yes.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Sid,
yes. We want to rate on Charlie or just move forward with this
You
one?
turn the volume up on the TV or
Yeah, we'll give him a minute.
What about thumbs up?
Technology.
Mr. Carter's here. Ernie, can you tell what he's saying?
You didn't ask where Charlie was? I'll get him on the phone.
Maybe you could do a thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah, that's,
You could see that. It's all here.
Oh, there you go. Hold it
Yeah.
up.
Why don't you call, I'll put you on speaker, okay?
yeah, okay.
Oops, until I hang up. So technological here.
We're just gonna put 2 soup cans.
All right, Charlie.
It's over.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Did I hear that prosecutor Carter was there?
Very exciting. All right, we can get his
I
vote.
vote yes.
okay.
Okay, thank you. 6-1 absent. Councilman Linda Mulder,
Madam President, move to approve mandated salary increases per Indiana Supreme Court, i.e. judges, prosecutor, deputy prosecutor, magistrates, sheriff, chief, public defender, and assistant chief public defender. Approve probation officer salaries per Indiana Judicial Conference schedule in tax-based funds.
Second.
motion's been made and seconded.
A comment.
Comment,
Again, although these are mandated salary increases, not arguing with that, in these departments, in almost every one of them, except for maybe a couple of cases, there are numerous vacancies of positions that haven't been filled for quite some time. We still need to look for offsets due to the description Scott gave of the available funds for this year's budget. Thank you.
Any further comments? Roll call, please.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Sid,
Yes. Motion passes 6-1 absent. Councilman Niemeyer.
This is a great motion, Madam Chair. I make a motion to cancel all the remaining workshops except the first reading on September 16th and the second reading on October 14th.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion?
Just so anyone knows, we
Yes.
can't make any adjustments prior to the second reading. So any changes, corrections can be made at the 16th meeting. It's not eliminating anything or debate or questioning or discussion on the budget. It's just no need to meet Tuesday following our council after doing action today.
That's 1 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes. Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Motion passes 6-1 absent. Councilman Ham.
Motion, make a motion to place any remaining balance in reserves.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ham,
Yeah.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 6-1 absent.
Madam Chair, and I think I get to read the best. However, is there anyone that wants to address the rank and file, or is there any elected officials that want to say anything, address us before I read this motion? It's your call, it's Chair.
Yes, I mean, is there anybody who?
Comments
Go ahead.
before we close? too.
Yes.
So throughout this complicated kind of time of putting this all together, Scott, I think, has done a tremendous job at giving us an incredible amount of detail this year. I mean, we have more detail on revenue and fund balances and things like that than I think what I've ever seen. Extremely well done. It's important to note that we have, like in front of me right here, I have a breakdown of professional services, both non-levy and levy. There are some that are necessary to the function of government and some that I question whether or not we have some duplication of employees that do the same thing as contractors. It's important as we're looking at each department to make sure that we don't have that duplication as a way to balance the cost of government as we go forward in what is going to be property taxes that really don't grow. We're going to be shifting costs of government to other sources of revenue. There's really 4 main sources of revenue in local government. That's income tax, property tax, fee funds, and grants. And we have to figure out how to fit everything we need to do into those sources. So it's important that we look at each individual professional services line item. I have 28,362,000 of both levy and non-levy funds in professional services here. We need to look, where do we have duplication? Where can we eliminate some of those contracts? Where can we put things on employees? What are things that we can do to help offset this as we go forward to reduce that reliance on property taxes? So kind of in a nutshell, that is the detail Scott's given us. Cash balances that are out there, revenue streams, where certain departments have revenue streams that they can shift more salary over to them. It helps to keep the whole process balanced. So we've got to look for every opportunity that's allowed within law to shift cost away from the property tax levy. So to make that happen is going to create a successful picture here for us to continue to do what we do here in Lake County. So thank you all very much for your hard work on the budget. And we've got more work to do to get to October 14th. So If any of you have questions for me, I think most of you know how to get a hold of me, please do that. All of us, I can say, will be open to anybody for conversation, questions, and ideas on how to make this happen. Thank you.
I thought we were looking at doing that.
Yeah, I also too want to, I want to thank those, departments that did take in consideration the financial issues the council's having because of Senate Bill 1. And, I mean, the last thing we want to do is reduce public service. We need to just be more efficient. But I want to thank those departments that did not ask for any increases in their budget and understood the situation we're in. Okay, any other motions?
Madam Chair, I make a motion for the purpose of discussion, and we're gonna wait till the next meeting, but if we want, I can make a motion to remove any vacated positions from the budget now. If you think that'll expedient, and this is just for the purpose of discussion up here, I have no problem making that motion, and Randy, I would go back 18 months, because it came to light there are vacant positions, assessor's office, for example, maybe someone training to get to the level 2, 3, whatever. But I would have no problem making a motion today that a position's been vacant for 18 months to have it eliminated. With what was said, guys, about closing that gap on those positions, trying to find money to fill that. So if no one's filled a position in 18 months, as far as I'm concerned, that's a position that can be eliminated. So I'll entertain that as I would, if we want to proceed or wait till the next.
You made your motion. Does there a second?
I'm sorry, I'll second it. 'Cause I'm
Okay,
discussing.
for discussion. Okay, discussion.
But I'd like to see as a solid date, instead of 18 months from the 4th of September.
Oh.
Well, we just said, okay, so September, October, November, December, so that's 4 months, 12, 16.
1st to 24th.
Why don't we give them a benefit and just,
24 gives them the 20th.
Yeah, and I think you.
well, the date would be the 1st to 24 for the purpose.
And I think you have to exclude those positions that are within a contract, like the CBAs,
That's,
and like, correctional officers.
well, Madam Chair, if I could,
We have a report from Mr. Small.
Mhm.
It kind of lists them. And it excludes jail,
Okay,
Vera, if we want to use that as an exhibit A, if you're all right, Scott.
okay,
Using this, which are on the desk. As exhibit A and past that, going back to January 1st, 2024.
correct, excluding anyone covered on mandatory state raises or CBAs.
Those are, that's included in here.
Reason being, folks, you have to realize that we're having a very difficult time filling the rank and file in Langford Jail. It's not a position that's really aspiring to, so we've had vacant positions there. We need the bodies, we can eliminate those, but there are some
Right.
positions in certain departments that have just been vacant for the sole purpose of borrowing money from.
I understand that, but
Madam
Yes.
Chair, I would agree with Councilman Bilski's motion, but I also think we've got to look at, as the contracts come up, historically, have we been able to fill these slots? Right, if we've got 50 more slots than what we've typically been able to fill, it's time to kind of reconsider what full staffing looks like. Because we could budget for them all we want. If we never fill them, what happens with that budget is it's used at the end of the year to make transfers. When what we maybe should be doing is looking at how do we invest that money into that department to create less turnover, more sustainability, utilize it within our systems where we can, where there's opportunity to eliminate even some of those long-term vacant positions, because just carrying them doesn't make sense either. Once the contracts are renegotiated, I think you got to look at some of that.
that's a good point. I know you did that last year in the jail, because they kept the unused, the vacant positions cause, unused funds like professionals or whatever. So we eliminated some of those positions and placed them in overtime because they're always transferring to overtime. So, yeah. So,
Madam
go
Chairman,
ahead.
if we could, maybe, it was kind of a talking motion where it kept expanding and contracting. I want to make sure all the councilmen know what they're voting on. So if we could withdraw the second and withdraw the motion. And
I
then
withdraw
maybe
my
vote.
motion.
In second.
Okay, and then.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
If I could, please, I'd like to eliminate positions that have been left vacant since 1 of 24, excluding those covered by a CBA or state mandate
And those are,
or federal mandates.
I'll second that. That's a pretty clean motion.
Motion's been made and seconded. And any further discussion? I'll say we could, oh, go
I'm
ahead.
in full support of what my friend here wants to do, but. All right, correctional officers and heavy equipment operator and police officer.
Those are CBAs. They're excluded.
Those are excluded.
And then with your concern or your point about, the positions are there, but they're not being filled. We can always come back to that.
Discussion item.
Right.
I
No,
don't
we-
want to add it to the motion, just a discussion item, because I think it's worth looking at that on top of this in a separate thing that we're looking at. Once the contracts are up for negotiation, we have to do some historical review, because continually just putting a placeholder in there isn't solving the problem.
Yeah. And if you haven't filled a position since January of 24, if it's been
vacant.
it's probably most likely not needed. So, okay, roll call.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bldg,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 6-1 absent. Not filled.
Madam Chair, with that being an add-on motion, I don't mind reading in a motion to adjourn.
Is that a motion or
That's
right?
motion to adjourn.
Okay, so a second.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, signify by aye. Aye, opposed. Okay, meeting is adjourned. See everybody on September 16th.
Or Tuesday.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, 12 for a budget workshop, yeah.